Hi, everyone. We're Amanda King and Natalie Hayes from the Office of Sustainability here on campus, and we're really excited to talk to you today during these virtual office hours about what our office does and how you can get involved in sustainability on campus. We're going to start off actually introducing ourselves directly so you know who Amanda King is and who Natalie Hayes is. I am Amanda King. I'm the Interim Chief of Staff to the President of the University and the Executive Director of the Office of Sustainability.
And I'm Natalie Hayes, Associate Director of Sustainability here on campus.
So we'll talk to you today a bit about what the Office of Sustainability does, and then we'll open it up for your questions. First, we have 5 excellent student sustainability leaders who join us in the Office of Sustainability every academic year. These students are a really important part of our office. They provide us with much needed manpower. As a small 2-person office, we really need student sustainability leader help to get the work done here on campus. This program also provides our students with an opportunity to work on real live sustainability challenges within an organization. It's a hands-on learning opportunity, and we've been really happy with the program that we created about a year ago now. So up on this slide here, you'll see our 5 student sustainability leaders from last year, and also their titles. You can see that our students range from working as an assistant on kind of all Office of Sustainability projects to specializing in PR and outreach, and to working as volunteer coordinators, or coming up this year, education and outreach coordinators and events managers as well.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to add to that those are paid positions that we hire in the spring for the coming fall. So we've already hired our 5 leaders. You will see their pictures in coming soon because we don't have their pictures yet. But so if you're interested in working for the Office of Sustainability, definitely look for our job postings in the spring of next year. But we hope you don't wait to get involved.
There's other ways that you can get involved with our office on campus, and just quite frankly, really with sustainability on campus, and we'll be going over that today. We also offer one, potentially more in the future, but for now, one summer internship as well. Great. So Natalie and I like to start every conversation about sustainability with the definition of sustainability, because we find that often people come to the room or come to the presentation with different understandings of what sustainability really means. So here at Bentley, we talk about sustainability as the triple bottom line: people, planet, profit, or as you'll see here on the screen, environment, social, and economic. The story really here is on sustainability is that the goal of any sustainability program or sustainability policy is to really think about using resources in a way that we can today to satisfy the needs of the current population without compromising the ability for future generations to meet their own needs. And we communicate that using these concentric circles by saying that the earth, the environment, provides all of us with natural resources that we need every day. Just as people, we need to drink water, we need to eat food, we need shelter, and all of those things are actually provided by natural resources in our environment. Furthermore, the environment provides natural resources for businesses and the economy to operate. So sneaker manufacturers need to access rubber from rubber plants in Indonesia to make the bottoms of their shoes. PricewaterhouseCoopers needs access to electricity, which is provided by burning fossil fuels. If you think about any person living on this planet or working on this planet, you can chase what they need to be able to do their job or live their life back to a natural resource that is provided by the environment. So when you look at these circles, you'll see that we as a society are actually wholly dependent on a stable environment to continue to provide us with those natural resources. And the economy is dependent on a stable and productive society and also on a stable environment. So we like to get away from this idea that the environment and a thriving economy are at odds with one another. But really, a thriving economy depends on a stable society and depends on a stable environment. So that's a lot of the work that we do here. Here at Bentley, we want to kind of experiment with communicating this information to our student body and engage our student body in thinking about how successful businesses can be run, thinking about this triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit. Great. So the next question that we often get is, why does Bentley have an Office of Sustainability? And we've just told you that business really cannot thrive without a healthy environment and society. And Bentley students are actually future business and organizational leaders who need to think about that triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit. This triple bottom line is important today in business, and it'll be even more important in the years to come. And businesses that are thinking about the impact of their operations on society and on the environment, in addition to their profits, are the ones that are going to be maximizing benefits for their shareholders and reducing risk to their overall business operations. So here at Bentley, we have our own triple bottom line within sustainability, and we work to educate our students and make this university as sustainable as possible in 3 ways. Number one, our office works really closely with all of the other offices on campus, including facilities management, to make sure that our operation is run in the most sustainable way possible. So we look at things like resource use. How much electricity are we using per year? Can we reduce the greenhouse gases from our organization? Just as any smart business would do, we look at the natural resources that we use on our campus. And often what we find is that when we are getting rid of waste, so when we're reducing wasted electricity use or reducing wasted water use, we're actually saving the university money as well. We also focus on academics. So when students come to campus, we want them to make sure that they're having access to sustainability in the classroom, and that's happening all over Bentley's campus. You can choose to pursue classes in the Natural and Applied Sciences department, but you'll also learn about sustainability topics in other departments on our campus as well. And what our office does is make sure that we're partnering with professors in all academic departments to make sure that we're providing them with support to teach sustainability in the classroom. And we do different things. We'll take data from various campus operations. For example, the solar panels that we've installed on top of our new arena, we'll take the data from those solar panels and provide that to a classroom. And professors can use that data and have students look into the solar production from those panels and figure out just how much electricity is being produced and how much money we're saving. And third, career services. We hope that students come to this campus, they see that we're running our organization in a really thoughtful and sustainable manner. They get into the classroom and they learn about the intersection of sustainability and business topics. And then they walk over to career services and say, okay, I'm interested in sustainable business. What can I do? And our career services team is primed and ready to be able to provide you with that advice. And so we partner very closely with career services to make sure that they are providing you with the most up-to-date information on the best options for you as a Bentley student in sustainable business. And the goal of all of this, really, the mission of our office, is to graduate sustainably minded business students into the business world and into organizations. So our mission is to mobilize sustainable leadership in business in 3 ways. It is through that operations on the left with the little light bulb that you see there, through the classroom, academics, and also in career services.
Great. So our office was started back in 2007, 2008. In 2007, our president at the time signed the President's Climate Commitment. And what that states is that Bentley thinks that climate change is a problem. Bentley knows that climate change is a problem. And Bentley wants to do something to address its impact on climate change. And when you think about it, climate change is a really difficult problem. No one knows how to fix it. But it is a problem that needs addressing and needs both smart business people and smart academics looking into how to mitigate the effects of climate change. So when you think about it, a university is actually the perfect place to experiment with how to reduce your carbon footprint, because there's smart professors, there's smart students, and creative thinkers on our campus. So Bentley does have strategic goals, including those carbon reduction goals. So we set up different goals for our carbon footprint. For our 2020, we have a 70% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions coming up. We did achieve our first goal of 50% reductions back in 2016, and we were really proud of doing that. And we've used both efficiency as well as market forces to achieve these reductions. So we're looking forward to 2020, 70% reduction. We are currently at 67% reduction, and that's really great. We're getting close, but every more degree of carbon neutrality that you go towards gets a little bit more complicated and difficult. So we're definitely strategizing about that. We have a 60% waste reduction rate, diversion rate rather. So that means that of all of the trash, recycling, compost, all of the waste that we create on campus, we want as much of that to be going to a better use than just burning it for trash or burning it for electricity for trash. So we want those resources to be used in a better way. So we do that through recycling. As I mentioned, we have a compost program that we do on campus, as well as a program to capture food that's hot food and the cafeteria that's left over at the end of the day that our food service wouldn't normally put out the next day. And we capture that and freeze that and donate that to a food shelf for people in need. So it's a really cool program that we partner with an organization called Food for Free to do that. So we are really proud of a 40% diversion rate, but we definitely have further to go. Water use is a place where we haven't focused a whole lot of attention, honestly. When we talk about the business case, water is not the most expensive resource that Bentley uses on campus. So we are working on a water reduction. A lot of water is used outside to make campus as beautiful as possible. And you obviously know that already if you've been on campus. But we're working on that. And then another goal is our alternative transportation. So this doesn't so much apply to students, more to faculty and staff, but we look at, as part of our carbon footprint, we look at how employees get to campus through commuting. So we're working on that as well. And finally, engagement. As Amanda mentioned, we're only a 7-person office. We have 5 students that support us, but there's no way that we in isolation could make Bentley sustainable. So we really rely on all of you to incorporate sustainability into your life to make Bentley more sustainable. So one of the things we do to measure our achievement is to fill out something called a STARS report. It's a sustainability tracking, assessment, and rating system. And it is a way for us to compare our achievement compared to other campuses. So this is a public resource. So if you Google STARS, ASHE, then you can see that on the screen, AASHE. You can look at Bentley's last STARS report and dig into the data. This might be a really good opportunity in the classroom for people to do a project on the sustainability of Bentley. So that is, please follow us on social media and comment. We have some fantastic students who are managing our social media accounts. Very responsive if you have any other questions, and definitely check out our website. But yeah,
if you're interested in pursuing sustainability in your academics here at Bentley, or thinking about sustainability careers, or simply just want to know how to get involved or what else is happening here on campus, following us on social media is a great place to start. There's a ton of information there, and we will always talk about opportunities to get engaged on campus at different events and such.
Mm-hmm. Great. So
we'll go to questions.
Yeah, so we'll go to questions. We got a few questions on Instagram, so we'll start with those, and then we might get some other questions. So
good. So the first question from Instagram is, how is single-use plastic minimized and disposed of on campus? So that's what the question is there. Yes, so this is actually obviously a very timely question. Single-use plastic is a major issue around the world, and it's something that we take really seriously here on our campus as well. The Office of Sustainability has been working really carefully with a lot of different offices on campus, including our first food service provider, to try to reduce the amount of single-use plastic. But we actually have a lot more work to do on that on our campus. It's a huge opportunity for students to get engaged and involved in working to reduce single-use plastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things that our food service vendor instituted last fall, independent of our office, was a reusable clamshell. It is plastic, but it isn't single use, where you can do takeout from our 921 dining area, and then you can bring it back dirty, and then they will wash it for you, and you can get a clean one, or you can get a token. So that's one of the ways that we're reducing single-use plastic.
Yeah, and we're hoping to be able to, well, we're exploring the opportunity, and we'd love some student engagement on this, on instituting that reusable container for use at other dining locations on campus, specifically some pretty big takeout areas on campus where we think a lot of the single-use plastic is actually being generated. But it is important not only in the operations of our campus, but also in kind of the day-to-day lives and operations of our staff and faculty, and also our students, to try to really think about reducing single-use plastic. So our office actually gives out reusable utensil sets, and we actually give all of our first-year students, along with student affairs, reusable water bottles every year. So that's a great first step. Getting away from single-use plastic water bottles is huge. We have these filling stations all over campus. The tap water here in Waltham is perfectly clean, some of the best in the country. Tastes great. And our water bottle filling stations are also, they have added filtration, even though it's not required. So we really encourage everyone on campus to use a reusable bottle and fill up with free tap water at those stations.
Yeah, absolutely. So how long does it take for a student in a sustainability major to get a job after graduation? So Amanda talked a little bit about our partnership with Career Services. I would say no matter what your job search is, it could vary. It depends on what you're studying and what you are interested in. However, we really advocate for people to pair the business major and sustainability major together. That really gives you some unique flexibility in the marketplace to bring things to new employers and talk to them about unique projects that you work on. So
yeah, just to get into that, actually, I'm sure some of you are wondering how you might study sustainability on campus. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do so. Number one is pursuing a liberal studies major in Earth, Environment, and Global Sustainability. So that means you pursue a business major, marketing, management, economics and finance, or finance itself, and you'd pair that with a liberal studies major in Earth, Environment, and Global Sustainability, which we call EAGS here. Great opportunity to be able to work sustainability into your major. You basically get a double major, and you graduate from Bentley, and you're able to talk to employers about the fact that you have experience and skill sets both in sustainability and also in business. The second way that you can pursue sustainability in your academic career here at Bentley is actually pursuing the sustainability sciences major. In that major, you're leading a little bit more with sustainability. You're pursuing a sustainability sciences major, and you are pairing that with a general business degree. So you still have business in your acumen. You walk out of Bentley with that experience. You have the business skill set, but you lead with a couple more classes in sustainability, whereas the reverse that I just explained has a couple more classes in business. We'll also mention that we're very excited this year. We have a new concentration and a new minor in our finance department, which is really exciting. And a place that we're seeing a lot of traction for students after graduating from Bentley is actually in sustainable investing. So this is, quite frankly, the wave of the future with regards to investing. About 1/4 of all investments made in the United States presently are sustainable investments. And that means that they are investments in businesses that are thinking about the triple bottom line. and really showcasing that they are thinking about environmental, social, and governance issues within their operations. And so this is a growing trend. There's a huge market in Boston for sustainable investing. We have many employers in Boston, and it's a great spot for our Bentley students to major in finance and also focus in sustainability as well. And you can do that by pairing a finance major with a liberal studies major in earth, environment, and global sustainability. Or you can pursue a concentration now in the finance department in sustainable investing itself. Or you can also pursue a minor in sustainable investing as well. So it's a huge opportunity for Bentley students. It's a big market, it's a growing market, it's going fast, and not a lot of people are coming out of undergrad with the experience in sustainable investing. More often, these folks have done a typical finance degree and they learn the sustainable piece on the job. Students graduating from Bentley with the skill set will absolutely beat other people to those jobs because they've got that investing and sustainability know-how. So that's a great opportunity as well.
So one email we got in our inbox at GA_Bentley Sustainability was about bringing your bike to campus. So I just wanted to address that quickly. If you want to bring your bike to campus, there are many bike racks outside. There are some that are covered, but some are not. And there aren't any indoor bike racks currently. Another wonderful project for students. We do have a bike fix-it station with an air pump and some tools if people are handy with bikes and they need that. Just so you know, I'm sure you've been to Bentley's campus, but it is on a hill, so you have to be willing to bike up the hill, depending.
And we encourage you to do so.
It's healthy. We've heard from some students on North Campus that it's a way to get from North Campus to Central Campus. However, our shuttle system is very frequent, and that shouldn't be a problem at all, getting between North and main campus.
Absolutely. Another question we got is how you get involved in sustainability in general at Bentley. So we talked to you already about the academic opportunities here, but co-curricular opportunities exist as well. So there are a number of different student groups that you can join if you're interested in sustainability. And if you go to the activities fair, which you should, which I believe is the first week of classes that Friday, you'll have the opportunity to sign up for many different groups on campus. And some of the groups that you will see are Students for Sustainable Business, which is basically kind of, I don't want to call them a catch-all group, but it's a group that covers all aspects of sustainability. And they would love to have you join their ranks, and it's an opportunity to learn more about sustainability kind of across the board. We also have a new Bentley Sustainable Investing Group, which for those of you that are interested in finance and investments and sustainable investments, it's a great place for you to join and learn more about that. We also have a net impact group on campus, which is pretty well focused on triple bottom line and sustainable business. So if you're interested in focusing a little bit more on sustainable business and social enterprise, net impact is the right group for you. As Natalie mentioned earlier, we will send out an email in the spring semester about opportunities to interview for our students' sustainability leadership program. So we hope that some of you will apply for that as well.
Absolutely. No, I don't think so. Net Impact is currently housed under Students for Sustainable Business. They are talking about spinning off into their own group. So if you're interested in being part of that launch of a new group, definitely get in contact. Let's see if we have any other questions.
Question, how do you recycle on campus? Great question. We have a very well built out recycling program on our campus. And when you come to our campus, you will see that all recycling bins on campus are blue. Most of them have signs on them that tell you what should go in that bin. And all trash containers are black. So this is in your residence hall, in your dorm room, as you're walking through one of the academic buildings, or even as you're walking across campus outside. Recycling is blue, trash is black. And when you arrive on campus for orientation, you will receive a bag of information. In that bag, you will have the water bottle that the Office of Sustainability and Student Affairs provides to you, but also either inside or near taped to or in that bag, there will also be information about just how to recycle on campus. So there is a sign in that bag. It tells you what's in and what's out in terms of recycling. We're really proud of our recycling program, but it's really important that all of us do our part in making sure that we're separating things properly.
And we've facilitated that by providing you with a trash and a recycling bin in your res hall. So definitely separate correctly and let us know if you have any questions. There should also be a magnet on your fridge / somewhere in your room for you to reference as well, so that you can know what's trash and recycling. Good rules of thumb are keeping food and liquid out of the recycling. So if you have half a soda left or half a water bottle, definitely pour that out before you recycle it. And if you've eaten off anything, pretty much the rule of thumb is to throw it out, like any food items. In terms of other things about rules of thumb is no plastic bags in the recycling. That's super important because that gums up the machines that separate the recycling. And am I forgetting anything?
That's the biggest thing. The food and drink contamination and the plastic bags are really the biggest issues with regards to recycling.
Yeah.
But generally, paper, clean plastic, clean aluminum, and glass go in the recycling bins. But as Natalie said, if you've eaten off it, you should probably put it in the trash because there is likely food contamination. We want to be able to create a really good commodity for the recycling market, and that means keeping food out of the recycling.
Okay.
Another question?
Any other questions?
Someone asked a question earlier about how long it takes to get a job in sustainability, but we also have what does a career in sustainability look like? So we talked to you a little bit already about the opportunity to work in sustainable investing, but I'll tell you a couple of other places that we know that alumni have gone after graduating from Bentley. So we are seeing a number of alumni actually in the energy world. They'll go into energy procurement companies, they'll go into venture capitalist companies investing in renewable energy projects, which is really interesting, energy efficiency companies, and energy brokerage and sales companies. So we've definitely seen a trend. I mean, obviously the energy industry is huge and the renewable energy industry is growing very quickly. There are lots of opportunities in renewable energy in the state of Massachusetts, and it's a great place for somebody with a business and sustainability degree to find a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've also had, I'm thinking about some other examples, students that have studied marketing and sustainability. We actually have a great student who graduated a couple of years ago who's working at Patagonia. So she's working in marketing for a sustainable company. So that's a great example as well.
Yeah. Cool. I think we got everything. I did want to address, since freshmen don't have cars, you know, some ways that you can get around sustainably. I definitely want to emphasize that our shuttle system takes you to Waverly Square once every 20 minutes. That is really an awesome resource for students because there is a big grocery store right there. So you could take the shuttle over to Waverly Square, do your grocery shopping, and then get back to campus in a reasonable amount of time. You wouldn't have to figure out other ways of doing it. I wanted to tell you that there's also a few zip cars on campus. Zip cars you can rent by the hour. It's a membership fee, and you can rent by the hour, and they pay as part of your hourly fee. They take into account gas and everything like that. So those zip cars belong on campus. They belong to the Bentley community. And so you have to reserve them online ahead of time for the amount of time you need them and do that. But that's available to you, even though normal rental car companies don't rent to people under 21, we have a special agreement for all Bentley students to be able to rent those zip cards. And yeah.
One of the other things we can say about the shuttle system on campus is that Waverly Express bus, which you'll have a chance to test out during your orientation on August 25th, will be a Ride the Shuttle Day. There will also be a video posted probably next week that explains exactly how our shuttle system works here on campus. The Waverly Express shuttle connects our campus to Waverly Station every 20 minutes throughout the day. And at Waverly Station, you can do a couple of things. Number one, you can get out, go to the Star Market there, grab some food if you need it. There's a bank there as well. Also, you could get on the commuter rail and ride the commuter rail to North Station in Boston, which is just 3 stops away. It takes about 18 minutes max. Or you can hop on the MBTA's 73 bus, which runs every 4 to 7 minutes during the majority of the day, and take that bus directly to Harvard Square. On the way to Harvard Square, there's a lot of different options for you to hop out. There's a movie theater, there's a couple of different restaurants and other things to explore. But you can hop on that 73 bus, and its sole purpose is to get people from Waverly Square to Harvard Square in the quickest way possible. So that opens up a plethora of opportunities. Certainly there's lots of shopping and restaurants in Harvard Square, or you can hop on the Red Line there and get to downtown Boston as well.
So just to reiterate, the 73 starts at Waverly Square, so it should be empty and waiting for you when you get there, or be shortly arriving, and it ends in Harvard Square. So you don't have to worry about getting lost on the bus or anything like that. You get on the first stop and you get off at the end of the line when they tell everybody to get off. So Harvard Square is a really fun place to go, and as Amanda mentioned, it's a wonderful connection to the Red Line, which takes you downtown. Great. I think that's all we have. So thank you for all of your questions, and we look forward to seeing you on campus.
Make sure to get involved.
Yes.
Take care.